Hello, welcome. I'm Claudia. If you're new here, that squeaking sound is Hunter. Today is his birthday, so I took him to the pet store so he could pick out a toy, which is his favorite ball. But then he also, I got a second ball for him that I didn't realize squeaked, and that's him. I don't want to take the ball away from him because it is his birthday, but I will try my best to film this around his squeakiness. Here he is now, the birthday boy. Hunter, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? So he turns 8 today, and it's exactly 1 year since he retired. So, I mean, I'm not throwing him like a party with friends or anything, but I do like to acknowledge those kinds of special dates for them. Okay, today we are going to rehab my Kartel Daun latest imports. They are honestly not doing the best. So I've had them in the same box since I unboxed them and set them up with you, and I've been keeping a close eye on them. And yeah, they are, I mean, I don't know if you can see through here. Lots of yellow. I don't know. I'll open it, you know, with you so that you can take a look and show you each one individually. But yeah, they don't seem to be doing the best. So my plan is, because I can also see the roots, and the roots don't seem to be rotting or anything. So my plan is really just to transfer them, I think, into Fluval Stratum so that they can continue to rehab, maybe remove some of those not great looking leaves. But yeah, let's just take a look. I guess without further ado, let me just show you them. Can you see how much yellowing is happening in here? I mean, honestly, I think the only one that's doing okay is the Hoya. And it seems to have sun stress, which is kind of cool. But everything else, this is the Viper. This is the Barong. And the roots look so good. The Blackjack. And finally, I did spill just now as I was carrying this, by the way. This is the Basilisk. Oh my God, I may have to take Hunter's ball away. I really don't want to. But the squeaking. Okay, so I actually think that this Hoya is doing pretty well, and I can see new fresh roots have grown in too. I don't know how well you'll be able to make this out, but I don't know if I'm ready to repot it though. Yeah. There's like, what the heck is that? All those white stuff. Don't seem to be moving. And I don't see them in any other leaf. But that's gross. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. But let's just start taking care of these. I'm just gonna use these cups, Fluval Stratum, and hopefully I won't lose them. Okay, so let's start with this Basilisk. Basilisk? Oh yeah, no, actually the roots don't look good on this one. Well, it's grown new ones. Actually, yeah, these have rotted off. And that's kind of normal sometimes with imports, but I also do see a new growth point. But it's also, I'll have to note the date. It's for sure been at least a month, so I feel like this shouldn't be in that bad of a position. Like they should be further along. I think I'm gonna, no, this is fine. So he's in here now. I have to get the labels or I'm gonna forget who's who. Just going down the line. This is the blackjack. So again, some rotted roots. But it does, I can see at least two, actually no new roots have been forming on this one. I'm lying. I'm just removing, actually one new root, I see it. This one right here. This leaf is on its way out, unfortunately. It's so interesting how sometimes imports transition so well and easily, and then other times not so much. I really wonder what has to do with that. Next we'll do the barong. There's a couple of new roots on this one. It actually looks pretty good root-wise. Removing the yellow leaves, the biggest one's gonna go, and it looks like it was the newest one actually, maybe not. I don't see any rotted roots. All of these roots look amazing, but you can see the plant doesn't. I don't know. I am going to add my nutrient-rich cocktail in the Fluval Stratum since I thought most of these had roots, even though the first one doesn't. But hopefully that helps. And I don't know if I'm going, I guess I'll keep them in the same kind of humidity bin situation. Can't hurt, right? In case you're wondering, I have kept up with my plant buying freeze. It is January 20th today, so go me. How are you doing? Have you bought any new plants? Did you go on a plant freeze? This is probably the one that looks the worst, the Viper, and it's probably the one I was the most excited about. The roots all look gross. And no new roots have grown. Gonna remove, I mean, you can see it wasn't intaking any water. Look how curled these leaves are. So really just hoping for a miracle on this guy. So yeah, I'm just gonna add my nutrient-rich cocktail to them. This is so sad. I don't understand. Literally, I don't think any of them looks good other than the Hoya. And I've been like watching them, keeping an eye, and just kind of like, yeah, just watching them struggle. But I was like, okay, well, let's, you know, it's only been a week. It's only been 2 weeks. Let's wait 1 more week. But it hadn't been helping. I'm considering moving this to pond. Has pretty good roots. And these seem good. Yeah, I'm gonna take it to the sink, rinse it off, and then I'll bring my pond over and we'll get this potted into pond. Okay, I'll be right back. Change of plans. So it does still have a lot of roots, but you can see like red in the middle are where the new roots are. And I did lose several of the original roots as I was rinsing it. So I think I'm just going to also add it into Fluval Stratum, even if it's for a week or two, just to give it a chance to, I don't know, better establish and better transition, hopefully. I don't know. I'm sure that it would probably be fine going straight into pond, but since I'm struggling with the others, I feel like I would just feel better if I gave this also an opportunity to continue to root and transition. Oh my gosh. You missed it, but I'm still making a mess. I have a serious problem. So I'll also add my nutrient-rich cocktail. I'm making kind of a mess on purpose. I wanted to, well, not on purpose, but I wanted to rinse some of the top leaves that I got stratum on, and it was wet. So this is what this little one looks like. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll keep them in the same humidity dome. You know, high humidity always kind of helps rehab anyway, and then place them back where they were on my grow rack with the light and continue to monitor them. I really hope, let me give you another look at all of them, but I really hope that they can make a comeback. This is the Viper that had all of the rotted roots and, you know, clearly obviously not intaking any water. This is the Blackjack that looks like like it's a yellowing leaf. I don't know how much longer I will hold on to it, but there's that. This is the Basilisk. It had one of my favorite leaves and it's still there, so we'll see how that goes. This is the Barong, Goliath, and Red Spider, which I'm really excited about. This leaf is yellowing, and honestly, this one looks like it's right behind it. But this had good roots. And then this is the Hoya. Oh, shoot, I left the tag in the kitchen, but I'll note it in the screen. So the Hoya honestly seems to be doing the best out of all of them, which is interesting because in my previous imports, whenever there's been a Hoya, or not whenever, because I do have the silver coin Lacrinosa that did well, but other than that one, I feel like every other Hoya import I've had has not done well. Okay, so placing them all in this bin again. I'm going to add this as its faux lid. Let's place it, I'll bring you with me to place it back to where it was, and hopefully these recover. Yeah, just so strange to me how some plants import really well and others don't. I know that I received this, you know, in winter and it had been, very cold, but I also received it the next day after they shipped. And my first experience with Kartel Daun is it was just such an easy transition for all of the plants, and particularly the anthurium. So it's so strange that they're not acclimating the best. I was also giving them, I did have this thought that maybe I was giving them too much light for probably the first 2 weeks or so. And I mean, the Hoya did even sun stress. So maybe it's more light than the anthurium like. If you remember, I placed it in my grow rack and the light was basically touching the top of the bin. I moved them to the other grow rack so there's much more space and I can measure the light and see what that is. But I really hope they make it. I'm really excited about all of these and was excited to have them in my collection. So that's it for today. Sorry it wasn't more exciting, but stay tuned. I'll definitely take you along and let you know how these continue to do. I hope they turn it around. I'm gonna go make some chicken for Hunter's birthday dinner. He loves chicken and rice, so figure it's a special occasion. And then gonna go on a nice long walk. Thank you again so much for joining, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.